Hey everybody, so today I have taken 10 plus games where you can actually play as the dragon because, well, there is a video that said 10 games you can be the dragon, but then it was mainly human stuff, and you weren't the dragon all the time, and it was just like a few transforming things, but this video might suck, but that's okay too, because I don't care. So, first, we're gonna start with Ark. I've never played the game, I've seen videos, I don't know. But there is a mod where you can play as a wyvern and a dragon. So basically, Ark is a kind of survival video game. Again, I've never played it, I don't know what it's like, so we're gonna kind of skip over that. And if you don't want to listen to me talk, just check out the description. It'll have all the games I'm talking about. So after Ark, we have the American Dragon Draconis series. A lot of them are browser games, but it's still a dragon game that you can play as a dragon, so I'm gonna include them. PSP games of it, Nintendo DS, and the browser games which anyone can access. Still, it was a really good show, and I recommend it if you haven't seen it. And the games are not that bad. Okay, next we have Battle of Giants Dragons. I did play, because you can download a emulator, and for your computer, is that legal? I don't know. But you can kind of pick a little bit of how your dragon looks. I think it depends on the region, if you can be ice or fire, which really was a drag to me. I guess pun intended. It's still a game you can play as a dragon. So next is Dragon's Den. This is a similar game to Feral Heart, an impressive title. It's basically, you get heals and different abilities so that you can attack bosses and get better prizes if you can be lucky enough to get any. I've played it quite a bit, and it's still like one of those good free games that you can be a dragon in, but there might be an age limit. You might check on that. Next we have Dragon the Game. Next we have an interesting game called Dragon Power's Chatlands. It is sort of a 2D game. It has a lot more customization with your dragon character and different models. There's no animations, it's just different poses that you can change into, and it doesn't take away from the experience, but again, it's more of like a chat. Okay, next we have a game that I have attempted to play. I think I tried the demo, and my computer was just not having it. This game is Draconis. You gather different body parts from battles, and at the end, you kind of get to, a little bit in that way, customize how your dragon looks. One con of this is that you can't turn into a dragon anywhere, everywhere. You can only do it in certain sections. So that's one downfall, but it's a free roaming game, and you're a knight. Next we have my favorite series, and everyone always gets on to me for this, and I have read all the books, don't say I haven't. This is the ERAGON series, and in the PS2 game, and there's also a PC version of this game, you can occasionally play as Saphira, which is the most fun because you're just burning down all of the enemies' bridges, and you're hurting Urgles, and I don't know, it's still a lot of fun anytime you can be a dragon. You can play as both ERAGON and Saphira at the same time. You're mainly playing as Saphira for the most part in the PSP game. Yes. Again, it's not going to fit the books, but dragon game, I'm up for it. Okay, next, so GARRY'S mod. There's this sort of, looks like a crab hand, but you can download that, and it lets you become the dragons in Skyrim. I don't know, you make your own little setting or your own map, and then you play around with the dragons, then it's a lot of fun. I did play around with it with my best friend, and there was some issues with the fire, it wasn't working, but it was still fun to fly around, and I like changed her head, and I'll put some, well, there'll be clips of it here, but it's a lot of fun if well, okay, so you do have to buy Garry's Mod. It's about $10 American, or USD. And dragons you can download from the marketplace on Steam and play as them, so it's more of like player models. Okay, next we have HOARD. In this game, it's kind of it appears to be a board, and you are playing as a dragon. You can play with your friends or the DC, I think. The goal is to kill knights and capture maidens, and destroy like the cities that are going around you, and then collect as much as you can for your horde. Next we have Eye of the Dragon, which is a really old game. I think it's on Steam now for $3 you might. I don't remember much about this game, other than the gameplay is super odd. You're not that fast, but you can change again, this is from my brain, so I don't know if this is true or if I made it up, but you can change the speed at how you're looking at the dragon, like the camera controls, and you're just kind of going around killing things without dying. There's more story to it, but again, didn't go that far. Okay, next. One of my favorite games. I've met my best friend on it, and what more can I say about it? Istaria. Right now, they have it to where you can be a dragon for free, up to level 15. From 2005, has really old graphics. You start out as a hatchling, and you grow doing quests for crafting and adventure. And basically, you lead up to this thing called the Rites of Passage, which turns you into adult dragon, and then from adult you go to ancient, which basically is a lot of killing and a lot of grinding. But you can have lairs, which costs a subscription, and past level 15 it's like $10. But I would say it's really worth it. The community is really great. They'll help you with anything you can think of if you get to the marketplace chat. And they continue to edit the game and make it better. Truly one of my favorite games, and I grew up playing that. Okay, next we have Roblox Dragon's Life. Unless you're role-playing, it does get a little boring, but you can be a hatchling or an egg and kind of just role-play into that. And the customization is pretty good, and there's different elements, which is my favorite thing to pick from. Like, that one's free too. If you're interested in that, check it out. Okay, next. We have Second Life, which is really similar to the Roblox one, except a lot more customization with your character, but the problem is money you have to pay for. I mean, you don't have to, there are free models, but for the best dragons, you have to pay about $20 or $10, around that range. Once you buy it, it's yours forever, and you can just, depending on the avatar, you can really customize your dragon and make it look great. I love that model that I have, well, on Second Life. If you don't have a place to go or friends to play with, then it can get a little boring, but I have found it just kind of peaceful, flying around and finding like a little spot of grass to just sit on and observe people while I scroll through Tumblr. Yeah, I know, it sounds a little boring, but I actually enjoy it. Okay, next we have, if you haven't heard of them, I will be very surprised, the Spyro series. Started in 1998, it's about a little purple dragon who, I mean, it's Spyro, it's not like, well, I guess there is Spyro and then The Legend of Spyro, which are two different things. Those games, like, that's the quickest way to be a dragon, and you can also play as Cinder and Dawn of the Dragon, with definitely a lot of fun, again, with a friend, but you can also play Dawn of the Dragon by yourself and switch between both dragons. Yeah, I mean, that kind of summarizes it for now. There's tons of other dragon games I haven't mentioned, but that might be for another video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and if you have any suggestions or anything like that, let me know. See you guys later, and I hope you do find any of these games fun to play.